1 month ago, I made 2 videos highlighting my thesis on Bitcoin mining stocks and why I felt they were the best leverage play on Bitcoin. The last few days seems to vindicate that thesis, but of course it's very early days as we've seen stocks move 20 and even 30% per day. And many people are wondering, is this the bottom for the Bitcoin mining stock? Well, firstly, trying to predict the bottom is a fool's errand. This is why it's very important to scale in and scale out of positions. That's why it's more important to see how much these stocks have depreciated over the last 2 years. As you can see, many of them have depreciated over 95%. Now, could they decrease another 50%? Sure, they could. But already at this level, they will provide 10 or even 20x gains in the coming 2 or 3 years. So scaling in at these levels may be prudent, even though the bottom is not in. Again, this is not investing advice. This is just my opinion and what I'm doing. I'm not telling anybody else to do this. But in this video, we will cover 5 of my top crypto mining stocks. I have 2 key attributes that all of these mining stocks need to meet for me to invest in them. First is survivability, because I predict many of these companies will go bankrupt. Now, of course, we cannot predict if a company will dilute or not dilute, but we can take an educated guess based on their balance sheet, their debt to equity holdings. Do they have liquid cash? Do they have liquid assets that they could raise for cash in an emergency or a prolonged Bitcoin bear market? The second key attribute is scalability as Bitcoin recovers. What I mean by this is that if a company has debt, will they be willing to sell their Bitcoin at a lower price to service that debt? What we ideally want is the company to, of course, mine Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet and only sell when Bitcoin gets to an attractive level. If they're selling Bitcoin high, as opposed to selling Bitcoin, let's say, at the 20k mark, they're going to be banking in a lot of profit, which is hopefully going to go to the share price and the shareholders. So of course, it comes as no surprise, Riot blockchain is one of my picks, and yeah, I made a whole video about this. You can go check it out for a more in-depth analysis of the company and why I'm bullish on it. But as you can see, it has no debt and it's trading at like less than 1x its book value. Definitely go check out the video for more information on Riot. I think this is a must in this space. Next up is Bitfarms. What I like about Bitfarms is that it only has a 16% debt to equity ratio, so hopefully they will not need to dilute to service their debt, so it meets point number 1 of our previous slide. I also like this company because it also meets point number 2, which is scalability with Bitcoin. As we can see, it mined 50% more Bitcoin last year than it did the previous year, which is great to see. Coming up next, we have Iris Energy. So like Riot, Iris also has 0 debt on its balance sheet, which is amazing. And also on top of that, it has 110 million cash on its balance sheet for any liquidity crisis. So we do expect this company to survive and to re-rate higher. As you can see, it had a great 2022. It mined 357 Bitcoin, which is over 400% from the previous year. And we can see it has some great insider ownership, with 2 members on the board of directors owning over 9% each of this company. So they seem pretty bullish on this company, and that's always a good sign. The last 2 companies I have on my list are CleanSpark and Marathon Digital Holding. I would like to make standalone videos for each of these, so please subscribe to the channel and look out for those videos.